Yes, and before I have worked as a Salesforce tech lead as well as Salesforce developer. So here today we are going to look at Salesforce integration with SharePoint. Okay, in today's agenda, we are going to look at document management in Salesforce, and then introduction to Files Connect, and then Files Connect setup process, and how we are going to create and upload files inside the Salesforce, inside the SharePoint via Salesforce, and the question sections. Okay. So we know already the Salesforce provided very good file management, document managers features called Salesforce File, Salesforce CRM content, Salesforce knowledge, documents, and then attachments, now content versions and everything. So these are all the very good features. We can upload the files up to 2 GB at a time, and also per user, we can have a 632 MB per user license. We are having the data storage for per user license, as well as for the per organization we are having 11 GB of the storage. Then why we are going to external system for the storage? Because when the client exceeding this limit, that time they want to purchase additional license for storing all their data in the sense for all their files. That time it will take the high level cost. So minimizing all the efforts, we are doing some kind of integration between other external system, like we are having some app exchange product like S Drive and Dropbox integration. Like that, we are purchasing some app exchange products. So still how we can minimize our cost using our local, not in the local, so how we can use our existing tools, like we are using Gmail, as well as we are using Microsoft 365, that SharePoint. So we can use all our existing system, that external system that connect with Salesforce, so that we can use it. So we don't want to purchase any additional external system for storing all our data. So in our use case, we just selected the SharePoint. So that all company mostly use SharePoint, right? So that they can collaborate all the files in the same place. That's why we have selected the SharePoint. As well as the SharePoints provide the by default security. Since it's worked in the internet portal, so it will provide the all kind of security and everything, so that it's a very useful one for storing the all the files with secure. So the main features is this is lower investment and cross-department collaboration, extended knowledge management, and document management on a large scale. These are all these features. Okay. So, so for any questions? Okay. Then here the main how the main concept in Salesforce, we are using Files Connect, so that this Files Connect integrate with some other external system. So that using this Files Connect, what we can do, we can search the files and viewing and editing the some files from the SharePoint inside the Salesforce. This is so here I am going to just provide some overview of the Files Connect. So the Files Connect is the content management system that they can use into Salesforce, and customer can search and browse or create some external files, or make some social or part of business process, or from the they can access from the mobile device also. And also here, if they use some reference model in the Files Connect, the reference link it will create inside the Salesforce, and so they can what they can do, they can just access the files inside the Salesforce without logging into say SharePoint. So here in Files Connect, we are having two kind of options. One is copy and another one is reference. So for the copy, what they can do Salesforce without providing any SharePoint credential, they can directly get all the data inside the Salesforce. They can access all the files, they can download it and view it. But if they are selecting the reference, what they can do, still they can access all the files, but they want to provide some user credential. They want to authenticate with SharePoint credential, then only they can access the files from Salesforce. So here I am going to give a short demo. Okay. So here what I did, I just enabled Files Connect and selected the file sharing model as copy so that I can access all the files without credential also inside Salesforce. So after this enabled, we need to go with some kind of setup in the authentication provided as well as external data source. So here I have integrated my SharePoint consumer key and client ID and consumer key in this setup. So as well as I have provided some of the authorized endpoint URL and token endpoint URL. So I will tell you how we need to generate this authentication provider. And then once the authentication provider has been configured, then we need to look up with the external data source. So here, once the authentication provider has been set up, then we need to go with the external data. Select Connect Microsoft SharePoint Online. We are having a number of options. So here, since we are going to work with SharePoint, so here you look at they are provided OneDrive as well as Google Drive, Box Office, and everything. So what we can do, we can select SharePoint Online here. In the site URL. So which place you want to store your file. So here I just provided our Office 365 that SharePoint site. So here I'm going to store all my documents inside the Microsoft Solution SharePoint in the test3 site. Under this test3, I'm going to store my folder names inside this site. This is my SharePoint site. Inside this, I'm going to shared documents folder. So here I'm having my personal folder called Vanilla. Inside I'm having just two more folders called Chandler and Phoenix. So inside this, I'm going to store all the files. What are the files going to upload inside the Salesforce? So here in the external data source, first I'm just providing the site URL, and then I just selected the identify name and the authentication protocol and the authentication provider. What we have completed in the first step, I just provided the authentication provider details information here. So once everything, all the setup has been completed, then what you can see inside the Salesforce, you can just access the Salesforce files. So if you go to Files Standard tab, you can see the SharePoint Connect. The SharePoint Connect is nothing but this is the external object. Once you have completed the external data source and completed the validation and sync, that's SharePoint object. The SharePoint object will be included as an external object. So that what you can see this SharePoint Connect in the Files tab. So if you go to here in the SharePoint Connect, you can access all your SharePoint folders. So this is the shared documents. If I go to documents, I can see all my SharePoint folders here. So that under this, I can access all my SharePoint files. So you can do like two ways. Suppose if you want to attach any files into your any of the record, like if I go to accounts, want to upload any files from your SharePoint, what you can do easily, you can just go to this add file and you can select your SharePoint folder. So inside the SharePoint folder, what file you want to upload, just you can take it from this SharePoint and upload into the Salesforce. This is the one option. So another one is you can just directly upload from Salesforce to SharePoint. For example, now what I'm going to do, just I'm going to upload one file from here. So my file name is log a transaction. I'm just going to select it and then click open. So now I'm uploading this file inside the Salesforce. So the file has been uploaded. In a second, what it will happen, it will go to, look at here. So the file is automatically uploaded into SharePoint. So we have written some REST API class so that whenever the document has been uploaded in the content version object, so it will automatically move to SharePoint folder. So if you go to my notes and attachments, the attachment will be deleted from here. So I'm just refreshing it. If you look at, there is no file here. The file has been moved to SharePoint. So if you want to share, if you want to look at this file, what you can do, you can write one more some component, lightning component or uh, uh, LWC, that you can get all the data from the SharePoint and you can display in this related list, this account related list, that you can write some custom code and you can get the data from SharePoint to Salesforce. So we can either way we can display it. So for any question. So now I'm going to tell how to connect SharePoint and Salesforce. So here in the authentication provider, we got some consumer key and consumer secret key, right? So how to generate this key? I'm going to take now. So if you want to generate this key, you should be a SharePoint administrator. Then only you can generate this key. So for that, what I did, I just created Office 365 trial account. So inside, I just created a one site called a Salesforce. So if you look at sites, Salesforce, this is my SharePoint site. I did what, this is the link we need to open here. If I open this link, so what it will redirect to the ID generated page. So here what you can do, you can just generate the client ID and then client secret key. And then you can provide some titles like Salesforce integration. Domain is now Salesforce domain. The redirect URL is nothing but, so if you look at in the authentication provider, the authentication provider seeing some callback URL. So this callback URL didn't create initial time. So what you need to do, you have to create the authentication provider first with some raw data, some dummy data. If you provide some dummy data and click save, then the callback URL will create immediately, so that you can use this callback URL in the redirect URI box, and then if you click create, then it will generate the client ID and client secret keys and everything, so that you can use this key and then you can edit this page and you can open this consumer key and then consumer secret key with this generated key from SharePoint. You need to provide some kind of access level from the SharePoint. So we can provide read-only access and read and write. So the read-only access means you can only read the files from the SharePoint. You could not upload the files. If you provide a read and write or manage, then you can do all the read and write and deletion operations from the Salesforce to SharePoint. For that, what we need to do in the second step, you have to go another one page. Here what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my app ID, that is client ID. Here the permission request XML. So what we need to do here, we need to provide some XML code. So this is my XML code. This is predefined code. So if you look at in this code, here I have provided that permission access is managed. That means you can read, write, and delete. It will provide all kind of functionalities in this managed permission. Then just click read. So that what it will happen. So that this So once you click just trust it, that it will provide all kind of permissions for this site, so that Salesforce can do all the operations from Salesforce to SharePoint. So I have just added this keys in this, and once it's completed, what I did, I just used this authentication provided in this external data source. Once you have added, what you can need to do, you need to just click validate and sync, then only you can get the SharePoint object. Once this SharePoint object has been created, you need to go with sync operation. These are the some prerequisite side steps. So you have to complete everything. Then you can automatically access the files in the files tab. The SharePoint folders will be displayed in this SharePoint Connect object. Yeah, that's it. Any question? Any questions so far? Okay. So inside SharePoint, what are the options we can do, operations we can do? We can create and upload the file, we can create the folder, and we can copy a file from one folder to another folder and move, and then we can copy a file as well as we can move a file from one folder to another folder, and then we can delete a file and delete the folder. So all kind of operations we can do it from Salesforce, so that everything reflected in this SharePoint. Yeah, that's it. Thing.
Is there any questions, participants? Okay. Thank you, Anila, for the wonderful session.
Thank you, Kumaran. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's move on to the next session. Good evening, one and all together here. So we now move on to the next session. So we previously see about the session about the SharePoint integration in Salesforce. That's a wonderful one. That's session took by Vanilla. So thank for Vanilla, and I am also thank to everyone who are show interest on this meetup and join here. So now I'm talk about the second session is the Einstein and the Tableau comparison study. So we know about what is the Einstein analytics. I mean Einstein discovery. What is the Tableau? Because what is the difference between those these two things? So let's share my screen before that. Uh, so am I audible to everyone?
Yeah, yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. So my screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So this is the topic: how to reopen with intelligent predictions from Tableau and Einstein discovery. So how to predict the sales and something forecasting like data sets. We can predict those things using Tableau and Einstein discovery. It's like a dashboards which we have in our Salesforce org. So we already have a Salesforce org that have the reports and dashboards. We know very well about what's the purpose and what are the functionalities that provide. So Tableau is the one of the thing. My screen is visible to everyone.
Yeah, yes, we can see.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my topic: how to reopen with intelligent predictions from Tableau and Discovery. So I'm Kader Basha, as a Salesforce developer and MST Solutions. What is the today's agenda? Tableau and Einstein Analytics, features of this both products, and Tableau in Salesforce, Tableau versus Einstein, data discovery and visualization of data, which is best, Tableau or Einstein Analytics. So finally, we have a conclusion. What is the best one? Because we have a comparative study between these two products. Finally, we have a wonderful demo. So let's move on to the first part. It's a Tableau and Einstein Analytics. So Tableau is also a same functionality which we have in our Salesforce org, like a traditional reports and dashboards. So only once we have a report, what is mean by reports? If we have some objects like a standard objects and custom objects, we have some set of records. So it's like a small size, and it has some huge amount of size, like a terabyte. So that records have some values, have some indications, like it's if we more focus on the opportunity object, we have some records, that's opportunity based things. If we have a CRM based company, we have some opportunities. It's this opportunity have gone to the we focus on using the stage field values. If the opportunity closed one, we have some benefits. If the opportunity indicates that's a closed lost, means we lose the opportunities from the clients. So these are the things. If we have one lakh records, so we definitely don't have any idea to identify what happens in the things for the particular years, for the particular company sales and opportunity based analysis. So we cannot predict those things. We can don't have any much time to analyze those 1 lakh records, because it's waste of time. We cannot spend more time on those things. So we can move on to the reports and dashboards. So easily we convert those records into reports. After that, we create the reports. We definitely migrate the reports to dashboards, because it's a graphical representation. A single piece of picture explain what happened in the sales for the past years, for the can predict those things, using those things for the prediction of future, what happened in the future for this companies or sales. So here Tableau and Einstein Analytics both has the dashboards, that because have this is the graphical representation we have, we know it. So both has obviously dashboards. They both have the out of box thoughts, because we can think everything in our Salesforce and developing life, think about the out of the box. So can be useful for people who do not want to put in much effort in creating custom dashboards. If they want to create a dashboards and represents records, and the organization records in a graphical representation, they want a dashboards, and they want to customize the dashboards as per their requirements. So they don't want to put much time to create those customized dashboards. Yeah, they want to easily do and create the customized dashboards, like in simple ways. They have to create those dashboards using the declarative manner. It's admin concept. They don't want to go for the coding concept. Some people don't have any coding knowledge, because they have administrative perspective. They can create those things using the declarative manner. It also has the ability to customize dashboard. So you can declare create the dashboards and workbooks, lens, whatever. So using this declarative manner, it's admin perspective. You can add more info and functionality to your dashboards if the need arises. If your requirements have some in-depth level, we want to focus on some particular years of data, particular years of sales. So we definitely go create some filters, bucket fields in our traditional dashboards and reports. But here Tableau, it's provides some actions, it's provides some parameterized based concepts, some functions. Same thing always have in the Einstein Analytics also. So what is a dashboard journey? So I hope everyone in Salesforce as an admin, Salesforce admin, they have crossed over some dashboards, like Salesforce or traditional reports and dashboards. Another one is Einstein Analytics dashboards, the new feature. And the last but not least is the Tableau dashboards. In the Tableau, it's perform a very vital role in data science world. Who all are belong to the data science concept, because big data and the data mining world, they all are known, very familiar about this Tableau dashboards, and they have knowledge in this dashboards also. So features of Einstein Analytics. What are the features provide Einstein Analytics? In fact, we have a blind concept, because Einstein discovery. just a bad. So what all are the things, what all are the features are provided in Salesforce? Basically, Salesforce provide always already reports and dashboards. They have some additional functionality. Einstein discovered. In fact, Einstein has some artificial intelligence concept like Einstein has a Einstein chatbots. It's a artificial intelligence. It's also used in CRM concepts. The Einstein Analytics always is one of the best thing, and we can compare this Einstein Analytics to Tableau. It's because they both have perform a same role like a hero in the film. So both have dual role. So built right into the Salesforce platform and easy to configure the deploy anywhere. Yeah, we can create the dashboard using some external data source. Then share and download those dashboards in wherever you want. If you have some personal blogs, if you have some websites, if you want to integrate that dashboards into Salesforce also, it's have some features. So Einstein Analytics already in Salesforce org. So we don't want to integrate the Einstein Analytics dashboards in Salesforce because this already have inside of the Salesforce. We don't have an opportunity to create the Einstein Analytics dashboard in outside of Salesforce because it's an inbuilt concept of Salesforce org. So we can deploy the created dashboard to anywhere, whatever, wherever you want. Leverages native Salesforce security and data because Salesforce org has some set of security rules and like profile and permission sets. If you want to show the fields to some users, if you want to hide the fields some users, hide the records some users, we can use the profile and permission sets. In the sense of records, we can use the sharing settings in Salesforce org. These all security functionalities are inherent by Einstein Analytics. These all are applicable for Einstein Analytics also. So we don't want to worry about the security and protection of the data. So pre-built connectors for many popular services and web connectors. If you go definitely we can use the Salesforce org records for Einstein Analytics dashboard creation. In addition of records, we can send the API callouts to external data source. We can use the web connectors to retrieve the records from some other web sources, and we can import the external data files like data sets using the like some CSV files, Excel files. We can import those things also into Salesforce org. We don't want to create any object and import those records through the using the data loader. After that, we can create reports and dashboards. Those functionalities are not necessary in Einstein Analytics. We simply import the data sets into Einstein Analytics and create the dashboards. And smart notification for alerts. Once we create the dashboards, it has some notification functionalities for the users who all are using those Einstein Analytics dashboards for notification based on your requirements. If you set some filter criteria, some function criteria, that's all the things are helpful to send a notification to users. Look fantastic on mobile without much configuration, because we have in our Salesforce org we have two view of functionalities. Like one is a classic, another one is a lightning experience. If you want to use those things in your mobile, we definitely go to the lightning experience alone, and we want to configure some more things and on that. If you use create some Salesforce in Salesforce classic, that's not applicable in mobile view, but here Einstein Analytics applicable for mobile view also without any much configuration. We don't want to put any effort to create the mobile view. For mobile view, we don't want to do any much configurations. Can store data from external sources without incurring Salesforce platform. Yeah, I'm already explained. If you want to perform some analytics on some records, we don't want to create any object and insert and the records, lakhs of records. After that, create the reports and dashboards. It's not necessary. See, simply import the data sets into the Einstein Analytics dashboard. Features of Tableau dashboards. Yeah, it's quite interesting between these two products because they both have some uniqueness and some different concept. Okay, so this is the comparative study. I'm already told that. So we have some differentiations between these two products. So collaboration and sharing, we can create a lot of spreadsheet and a lot of dashboards in Tableau dashboards, and we can collaborate those things in between us. So we can collaborate those worksheets in single dashboards and collaborate a dashboard into dashboard live and in-memory data sources. In Tableau, we have some options in the left pane. So that's also to import a file, to connect the server, to connect the file, to connect the data source means it provides lots of or databases like Oracle, MySQL, SQL databases, and lot of CRM based websites like Salesforce and some other sites. We can import the already created Excel sheets like CSV files into Tableau. After that, we perform the Tableau dashboards and analytics. Cross database join in Excel SQL concept, we can perform that cross database join. So we can create a relationship between two data sets and combine those columns into single data sets. What all are the columns we need in this single sheet? So we can create the lookup relationship between the two data sets and create the cross database join. Drag and drop integration, we can integrate those things simply drag and drop into Canvas. We don't want to put any much effort and create some coding part. We don't want that coding parts. We simply drag and drop into Canvas. Data connectors, yeah, I'm explained. Web connectors also available. We can put send the API callouts to web external data sources, and some external files also import into Tableaus. Prep conductor, if we have some data sets in traditional method in data mining world, they are used to correct this they process the record set. We use the record tool, so everyone knows about the things. In Tableau they provide prep conductor, so it's used to prep builder, and it is used to process the data sets without any incorrect and without any noisy data, because yeah, my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, Master.
Yeah. So we have a preparation builder. It's used to incomplete and noisy data. So it processes a complete perfect data set for analysis. Web data connector also I'm explaining the data connectors. External service integration, we can integrate the services like Salesforce and some CRM based sites, and sandbox extensions are also available. Tableau with Salesforce. Once we create the Tableau dashboard, how to integrate the Tableau dashboard into Salesforce? Yeah, it's very easy. We have three options. There are many ways to integrate Tableau with Salesforce. The best three one is Web Tab and Visualforce page and Lightning page. If you want to display the dashboard into a tab, like we have accounts, opportunity, contacts in a tab. So same way we can create the Tableau tab also using the Web Tab concept. In basically in Salesforce org, we can create the tabs for the objects. Once we forgot to create the tabs for those objects, just click the tabs and go. We can create the custom tab, Lightning tab and Web Tab. Here we can create the Web Tab. Once we created the Tableau dashboards, there in the dashboards we find out the share icon. Once we click the share icon, we have two options. One is link. It's a link. We can copy the link and paste it in Web Tabs. Another one is the embedded code. That embedded code is a HTML tag format. So we simply copy the HTML tag for HTML tags and stores in a static resources. After that, we reference the static resources file name into the Lightning page. Simply we add the Tableau dashboards in Salesforce org using the Web Tab and the Lightning page. In Visualforce also same concept. We just create the Visualforce page and enable the Lightning experience and in Visualforce page. After that, we place in Visualforce page. Once edit the page in Lightning experience. So Tableau versus Einstein, what is the difference between these two products? Tableau leads in on-premises analytics, commonly used for back office and mid-office focused solutions. Tableau allows for easy connectivity to common on-premises data sources without having to build complex integrations. Yeah, we can easily integrate the Tableau dashboard in Salesforce org also. Not only Salesforce org, we can integrate any other org, any other CRM-based websites. And Tableau leads in real-time analytics. Yeah, we can perform the real-time analytics. The best example is for the real-time analytics is COVID-19 data, because the trending one in this world, all over the world, we have still suffered the COVID-19 based concept. So peoples are want to know how many peoples are recovered from the COVID-19, how many peoples are dead, and how many peoples are affected, and how many percentage all over the world occur in the tab COVID-19 data. So we can perform the real-time analytics also. It's updated day by day. Once we created the dashboard, it's updated the day by day. That's statistical reports. Tableau lacks true AI and the ML capabilities. So it's nothing but about AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning. So Tableau always perform the big data world. So we can create some particular. So we can create the. So Tableau performing the artificial intelligence and machine learning also link the kind available in Einstein Analytics through its discovery functionality. So Einstein Analytics was developed to work seamlessly with the Salesforce platform. Tableau can be integrated as well, but was not specifically developed to exist within the Salesforce user experience. Yeah, Einstein Analytics pre-built concept in Salesforce org because we can create the Einstein Analytics dashboard inside of the Salesforce alone. We cannot create outside of Salesforce, but Tableau it's not like nothing like that. It's we can create the Tableau through it's have own canvas and own integrated development area. So Tableau we can create those dashboards, and after that we can integrate through some explained web tab and the lightning page visual force page only. Tableau lacks a Salesforce action framework found in Einstein Analytics. So we can create the Salesforce action framework, but Tableau cannot perform some actions which is predefined in Salesforce org for the Einstein Analytics. It has some different functionalities and actions. The Einstein Analytics have some different functionalities and actions, but both have some uniqueness in the data world. Data discovery and visualization. Einstein Analytics gives you a fast, fluid way to discover the compelling stories with your data to create the right visuals to tell your story. So Einstein Discovery and the Tableau, so both have some uniqueness, but data discovery of Einstein Analytics, it has, we want to create a lens. After that, migrate that lens to dashboard. After that, we can create some story based on the dashboard. So the storytelling, what happened for the previous past year, what is the sales breakdown, what is happened in the sales world. And if, for example, we go for the share market concept, so share market have up to date day by day updation. So if some shares are gets raise their value, some shares have low values, depend upon their values. So it's in Einstein Analytics have some story, data story. It's explained the users to what happened end of the share market. It shows single image explain the what happened in the share market, and either is the profit or loss, is shares or increases or not. So all the things are explained in the single story. So it's a the Tableau also some has create the story points. We can create the story using the dashboards. So both have these functionalities, both have these properties. So users can understand what is the what happened in the sales world, what is the exact impact that particular record set, I mean data set. So this both have some uniqueness like the data story. So which is best, Tableau or Einstein Analytics? We have a conclusion for this one. So as my point of view, Einstein Analytics and Tableau, I'm working this both concept, and I'm already have knowledge in Salesforce traditional records and dashboards. So compared to two things, Einstein Analytics and Tableau, I'm more comfortable to work in the Tableau. So because Einstein Analytics have some restrictions in Salesforce org, because Salesforce org have some limitations. So you guys are knows about those things, because it had that have the storage limit. Salesforce org that have some restrictions, that have some permission based restrictions. So we experience those things in the Salesforce org, but Tableau is not like that. We don't have any restrictions there. We can create whatever we want, whatever we can visualize the data, what is our requirement according to our requirement. So Tableau is a Salesforce product, but Salesforce customers have two great integrated platforms to choose from when it comes to advanced data analytics. So Tableau is not inside of Salesforce, but it's like a Salesforce product. but not yet they developed into the Salesforce org. We can create the Tableau dashboard in externally and integrate into Salesforce org through some functionalities. I mean, Lightning Web Tab, Lightning Page, User Force Page. Einstein Analytics and Tableau is the best tools for analytics on data sets. We can perform this some forecast analytics, waved analytics, and some sales based analytics. So what all are the analytics in big data world we can perform using these two products. So what product we want to choose, it's based on the users. If users have different types of users, so here all users and Salesforce users, what is the difference between these two users? If Salesforce users have some different user credentials and they have some different permission sets profiles, so they have some different types of permissions for based on the object apps and the records fields. So they have their own permissions, but all users they have only the tab. They perform in Tableau, they choose a Tableau alone because they don't want any credentials for those. They simply download the Tableau software and install in your local machine. After that they can perform all those things, because Tableau is the paid one, not an open source. We can pay for the if we want full facilities and full things in Tableau, we can pay for the Tableau. If we download the free one, we cannot connect through Salesforce because that doesn't provide any Salesforce server options. So if your insights are going to be widely shared among Salesforce and non-Salesforce users, or if you aren't using Salesforce, then go with Tableau. We don't have any relationship to don't have any connections with Salesforce. Definitely they that users go to the Tableau. If we have own credentials of Salesforce, we have a knowledge in Salesforce, we are working in Salesforce, means that users definitely go to Einstein Analytics. Who all are belong to Salesforce, they are going to Einstein Analytics. Who all are belong to big data world and data science world, they don't have any knowledge in Salesforce, they are go to choose Tableau. What is the Tableau's functionality? If I'm already explained, it's like a live in memory. In Salesforce provides some like connections point like Oracle database, MySQL database, and CRM based websites like Salesforce and some other organizations. So we can use in memory, live in memory. After that, we can fetch your local machine storage like external files and cloud-based data sets, and in Apache Hadoop and Apache based products we can fetch those things also, and we send the API call loads, and we simply import the external data files like Excel and CSV files. Once we insert those things in Tableau, that perform some options like shape, combine, and clean. It's a Tableau preparation builder. It perform the process the data and avoid those incomplete and noisy data. It provides the perfect data sets for analytics. In business intelligence and analytics data professional, they connect to prepare and publish data. So they are prepared, this prepared builder. After that, we get a perfect processed data sets. We can use to Tableau desktop and explore, analyze, publish. Once we explore and create the workbook, after that analyze those, perform some filter criteria and functions. After that we migrate those workbooks into dashboards. Then after that we publish either in server or public online. After that we can sharing, collaboration, governance, a lot of things we can perform in Tableau. Also have some security functionalities, management, automation, and audit. We can send an email in the automation process. In Salesforce we can send the email alert and create a task. All those things also happen here. We can create those automation things also in Tableau. So analysis and data, stable business users, they create, connect to data, create content and publish data and overviews. They can connect the Salesforce org and perform some analysis, create the workbooks and perform analysis. After that, once the Tableau dashboard is created, that deployed to customers for the end users, not customer means end users. What is the working process of Einstein Analytics, how it works? Because in Einstein Analytics, we can create the connect any data like external data. We can send an API callouts and import the external files like CSV, Excel files, and we obviously have Salesforce records in our like accounts, contacts, or opportunity lead cases. We have a lot of custom and standard objects. We can fetch those object records and create the data sets. Once import this data sets into a lens, we create the lens. After that, migrate this lens to dashboard. After that, we can create the data story, and finally we can deploy to the users, end users. This is the working functionality. So finally we go for a demo. It's more interesting. Okay. So first we look Tableau Einstein Analytics. So everyone see my screen? Is this Einstein Analytics dashboards is seen to everyone?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Yeah. So this is a dashboard for US United States sales report. So which state have sum of sales, which state have profits, which state have loss in the particular year. So we can analyze this sales report in Einstein Analytic dashboards. It have 50 states. So it's California. While I'm choosing the California, its sum of sales is 457,687.63. So we can have a measurement in percentage also. So like what all are the applicable, I mean what are the appropriate values the users want to see, either in the percentage, either in the dollar values, either in the number values. They can, it's provide all type of details for the all type of users. So if I choose any one state, it's give the tooltip for state name like Virginia and sum of sales. So once I choose Nebraska, so it's reflected in the remaining dashboard also. So it's Nebraska. Sum of profit is 2037. It's 100% of 2K. So this measurement is minimum of quantity, maximum of quantity. So the blue icon is indicate the minimum of quantity, and this is the maximum of quantity. So how many quantity, some particular products, if you go for some laptops based brands, like example, for example, we want to analyze the Dell laptop sales and purchase views. So it's it maximum of quantities sold in 14 and minimum of quantity is 1. So there is not exist any discount. So it is the sales and profit breakdown in September 2018 and September 2017. September it's have some of profits and some of sales. So this is the differences between the sales and profits. So I'm choose some other states, Wyoming. So it's also reflected here how many, it's a breakdown of sum of profit and sales. It's provide the minimum and maximum quantity of the particular products, and this is the sum of profit. So consors. So it's reflected here. So how to create the dashboard? So see the things. Einstein Analytics. Here we have our Einstein Analytics Studio. So once we go for the studio, it have some tabs, values, apps, dashboard, stories, lenses, data sets. So data sets means we can import external data files like CSV, Excel sheets. I'm already import sample store, visitor, and order breakdown for visitor one. It's a list of data sets I'm import into Einstein Analytics. It's a lenses. Lenses is nothing but it's like a reports and in traditional report dashboard and a workbook in Tableau. So here we call this lenses. So after that, once we create the dashboard, we can convert this dashboard into stories, data stories. So here we create the dashboards. So we have options here: app, dashboard, story, data set. It has a hierarchy. Once we create the app, after that we can import the data sets. After that, convert that data sets into lens. After that, we can create the dashboard. Once the dashboard is created, we can convert that data story. So here I'm create the one app is Einstein Discovery. I'm going to the Einstein Discovery. So Einstein Discovery has a dashboard, sales discovery, and a list of data sets. Dashboard is one, and the list of data sets here. So we can create a dashboard. Simply click here for this particular data sets. So we can create the dashboard here. So if we go with this one, so just click it here. Sum of which field we want to analyze. It's profit means, so it's give some values. We can click which like I mean the profit based on which one, it's order date or a category, and choose the category. So it shows here we can fix the limit here. It's 3. If we go edit, the limit is apply the default one means so I'm going to here give the 8. So it's reflected in here. So we can create this one into dashboards. Once we create here the lens, I mean import the data sets, and we can perform some analysis also here. We can show fields panel, and here some of fields. We can create a formula fields and some based derived measures like calculated field. Derived measures is nothing but we called in calculated field in Tableau. So here we can create chat mode and the table mode. What are the things we want to? If we click here, it's a compare table and pivot table, values table. If we go with the compare table means it's a comparison between the 3 products. I mean furniture, office supplies, technologies. If you want to perform this another one, it's sales. So it's added here also. Sum of sales, it's changed the sum of profit into sum of sales. We can add one more thing. It's profit means it's order another column, so sum of profit. We can create and change the charts into whatever our requirement. And it's Ancient Analytics suggested some charts depend on your data sets. So what is the suggested charts for this? It's like this one. So we can create the comparison study between same data sets with the 2 different fields, and we can customize this one formatting like colors and highlighting panel and tooltips, trellis, chart markers, conditional formatting, everything here. So we can create the dashboard easily. So this is the concept in how to create the dashboard in Ancient Analytics and Ancient Discovery. Now we want move on to the Tableau. What about the Tableau? Tableau have some perfect views. One I just download the Tableaus. It's a free trial version, so it shows some servers. So while I'm clicking the more server, we can find more Active Matrix, Exasol, Marketo, Salesforce, Hapanum, Spark, SQL, Splunk, OData, MySQL, lot of server connections. If you choose the free one means that doesn't show the server concept, and it simply shows the to your file alone. Don't have any server options. This is a trial one. We have only it's expires in 7 days. So I just move on to this. Here I create the 5 worksheets, and I collaborate these 5 worksheets into single dashboards. So I'm explain what is the dashboard explains. Initially, the sales based dashboards doesn't have any values. Here also total sales doesn't have any values. It's a 0. Total orders also 0. Total customers also 0. So because I didn't choose any state, because state have some values, sales values. Once I choose a state, that's values comes under this list. So just for example, if I'm go with California, the sales, orders, customers, values here, it's like a tooltip shows the sales 339361116, orders 1021, customers 577. So I'm choosing some other states. It's a instance response. It's like a dynamic one. We can update this dashboards means values means it's automatically update this dashboards also. So I click California. So California, its color changed because it's selected. So here 19.9 percentage of rupees 170,325,826 in total sales and total orders and total customers. Here list out the California. So don't want California, so I just remove the toggle. So it's comes back to its original color. So I'm choosing Colorado. So it has some values, and choose some other states. It has some values that in the once I'm choosing some values, some particular states, the values reflect and impact on these 3 worksheets also. So I'm choosing here view and continuously choosing states. What happened? So values are ordered and the list are updated. So it's an instant response. So we can have instance response without hanging. So Tableau is more user friendly compared to Einstein Analytics also. So we can create according to our requirements without any restrictions. We don't have any boundary line in Tableau. Out of out of the box think we can think out of the box. We can create anything in Tableau dashboard. We can explore all those things. We can perform predictions, analytics, and explore those data sets and find the what happened in sales, either trend forecasting one. If you use the weather forecasting data sets, everything have some types of data sets, even structured, semi-structured, unstructured. So weather forecasting is nearly unstructured data sets. So we can use those things also here, because big data world we can perform data analysis using these three types of data sets, data types: structured, semi-structured, unstructured. We can perform unstructured data types values also here, but we don't have any restriction in Tableau. So what is the conclusion of this session? So we finished the demo. So as my point of view, I am working these three types of dashboards: Salesforce dashboards and Einstein Analytics and Tableau. In some other dashboards, reports and dashboards also available. Some other products also available. But as my experience, as my own point of view, the best one is Tableau, and we can perform a lot of things in Tableau. Salesforce, Einstein Analytics also have same functionalities, but something is missed from compared to Tableau. So I can go with Tableau and create a lot of things, and I explore data sets and play in data, and they visualize those data, and I'm using colors, a customization, theme. What are the things it's more attractive for those things? I can able to put all the things in Tableau. So I can play and work in Tableau. It's more interesting. We attract to work in Tableau also. So in Tableau we can visualize the data into single image, and the single image tells the story what happened in the previous year's sales, what is the either is the profit or loss. In a single piece of image, explain all those things in a fraction of seconds. End users can understand what happened using these functionalities, like whether it's Einstein Discovery or Tableau. What is more familiar and what is more easy to create dashboards as your point of view, guys. You can go with those things, and my point of view, Tableau is more easy for me and familiar for me. So any questions as so far now? Any questions? I expect questions from the participants. Guys, I'm audible. Hello. Is
Yeah, yes, Basha. We can
Yeah,
hear
we
you.
can.
yeah. Is there any queries or questions regarding this session and presentation?
No questions, Father Pasha. So it was a
Yeah.
very nice presentation. Thank you. Thank you so much for your efforts.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
we will
thank you
reach
so
out to you
much.
if we have any questions.
Okay. Thank you for thank you for your attention and your participation in this meetup. And I'm thank to everyone who all are enrolled and check in here. Thanks a lot once again. I'm thank to all of you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.